See, tonight we are going to talk about something very, very exciting. I gave you an assignment to work on. Did you do any that assignment? Did you get time to do that assignment?
I had
So
not attended the previous session, Naki, so
no,
I
not on
don't
the
know
previous
about.
session. I just shared in the group. I just mentioned it in the group in that Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki group. And the assignment was very simple. That if MBA is an abbreviation of good health, then what would be its full form, which inspires, motivates, and encourages you? So I play a lot of game with these abbreviations. In fact, I'm also thinking of writing a book on that. So just listen to this question. It's a very interesting question. If MBA has to do with good health, if it's an abbreviation for good health, then what would be the full form of MBA which encourages, motivates, and inspires you? So before you answer that question, let me share with you that where we are right now in this Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki series. So let me share a link with you so that you get some clarity on that. So this will help you to come up with a very powerful full form of this abbreviation MBA. So here we go. And it all started with session 7. Okay. So this is what about session 7. And let me share the screen with you. So here we go. So can you see the screen?
Yes.
All of you can see the screen, right? So this was the episode 7, which was taken on 22nd of October 2024. And ever since we started a wonderful journey. So in the course of this journey, we started with challenge your limiting beliefs with the divine power of law of attraction. So if you haven't watched these recordings, I would strongly recommend you to watch these recordings. They are all accessible to you in my YouTube channel. In the playlist, Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki. This was followed by, let's discover who are those 5 legends you wish to become the average of. But the concept came from the topic that this was said by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is the coach of Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, good, like he had a complete new way of looking life when he attended this workshop by Jim Rohn almost 35 years ago. And where Jim Rohn was talking about that you are the average of 5 people you spend your time most with. You spend most of your time with. So what is the opportunity you have now? So either you are left with identify who are those 5 people who I am average of, or you figure out who are those 5 people you want to be average of. Which one is easier? The second one is. So we have covered that in this second session. Let's discover who are those 5 legends you wish to become the average of. This was followed by science and art of persuasion and how can you make it work in your favor. This was followed by your dreams deserve your time. Create dedicated me time for your dreams now. Why I'm talking about now? Because I believe that only time that you have or I have in my life so far is from right now till I go to bed tonight. Because once I go to bed and I get into that deep sleep, it's all in the control of my subconscious, and subconscious decides whether it will wake me up or not. So if it doesn't wake my conscious mind, then I'm gone. Okay, and whatever I can do only with my conscious mind. So your dreams deserve your time. Create dedicated me time for your dreams now. So you have to have some dedicated time for your dreams to fulfill on your dreams. Followed by CPR for emotional emergency. take consistent, persistent, and relentless actions. So why we are talking about emotional emergency? CPR is a technique which is used in medical emergency. Like when all of a sudden you have a cardiac arrest, so they use a technique called cardiopulmonary resuscitation, using which they help you to revive your heart and make it work again. And this has to be done normally within 10 minutes of you having that cardiac arrest. Otherwise, the chances are very less you'll survive. So similarly, you are going through some kind of emotional emergency. And that is what we have discussed in this session. And so here the CPR is take consistent, persistent, and relentless actions to handle your emotional emergency. Then we talked about SWAD. Are you a victim of stress, worry, anxiety, anger, and depression? And if is so, then when will you take the SWAD of life? SWAD means the taste of life. So if you are a victim of stress, worry, anxiety, anger, and depression, chances are low that you are losing, like you are going to have a taste of your actual life. Okay, so this session covered that. Followed by, yes, you can make your chronic diseases disappear from your life right now. This session was dedicated with the thought that, see, if you want to do anything in your life, anything, you know, what you need, what resources you need to do that anything, and that resource is your body. So your body is the, or your health is the only place where you are living right now. If you are a spiritual being on a human journey on this earth, so where you are actually staying, you are staying inside your body, nowhere else. So somebody asks you, where do you stay? You say that I stay in Texas, Austin. Well, that is not the place you stay. That is where you are right now with the body that you have. So the only place that you stay is in the body, is in your body, which was given to you when you were sent on this earth. So you are the spiritual being. You are having a body to take care of every activity that you are doing. Now, if that is so, then you have to take extreme care of that body. So make sure that you do not become a victim of chronic diseases. Because nowadays, all these hospitals, if you go there, they are all filled with people having chronic diseases. Did you notice that? Earlier, even 20 years back, hospitals were places for infectious diseases. You have some kind of infection, even you are hospitalized. Nowadays, you are hospitalized because you have some chronic diseases, the diseases that you created for yourself. Nobody else is responsible for it. It's not something which, if you have hypertension, you can pass it on to somebody. You can't do that, or not somebody else can give it to you. So you are the creator of your chronic diseases. However, it is possible to make those chronic diseases disappear. So that is what we talked about in this session, followed by energy is everything. It's the most fundamental key to transformation. This is a very deep thought session. I will strongly recommend you to watch this one as well. Followed by, how can I develop the habits that can always work wonders for me? How can I develop the habits that can always work wonders for me? So this session was basically a summary of a collection of books on habits which I have read over time. So I came up with my own way of looking at it. It's a summary of all these books, and this session is extremely powerful. You must watch this session and see what difference it can make for yourself. This was followed by Art and Science of Dedication, the incredible way to make things work for you. So every session, the whole concept is, the whole focus is, how can you make things work for you? Whatever is happening in your life, irrespective of that, how can you make things work for you? So we have focused on each and every aspect of making things work for you. This was followed by what is in your name, which we had in the last session. Align your activities with the meaning and essence of your name. So if you have at least one purpose in life, if you have one purpose in life, I would say at least you stay aligned with the meaning and essence of your name. So naturally the activity was that you come out with the meaning and essence of your name. You write it down on a piece of paper and check internet wherever you want to ensure that you have the correct meaning and correct essence of your life in front of you. And I also shared my own meaning of my own name and my essence of my own name. I shared a document with you. It's a Word document, and you can follow the same to create a document for yourself as well. And once you do that, then the next objective is to ensure that what one activity I am doing for myself to ensure that I am aligned with at least my name, meaning and essence of my name. So, whatever is meaning and essence of your name, do at least one activity dedicatedly every day and give a duration to it, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And you ensure that at least you are in touch with you yourself. Whether somebody else is there with you or not doesn't really matter. What matters is, are you aligned with yourself? Okay. And I also talked about a special training program which I conduct every day from Monday to Friday from 9:15 p.m. onwards. The title of this program is NLP in Action with Life Coach Pinaki, which is Neuro Linguistic Programming in Action. So, how you can actually make that programming in action and make your life amazing, make your journey towards infinite excellence in every sphere of your life. So, there we start with the whole training with the thought of, with the concept of discovering your life purpose. So even if you don't discover your life purpose, at least here you can start working with aligning yourself with the meaning and essence of your name. Okay, and I'm telling you that's going to be phenomenal. Imagine when you hear the word Modi, who comes to your mind? When you hear the word Kohli, who comes to your mind? When you hear the word Tendulkar, who comes to your mind? Think about them. When you hear the word, say, Trump, who comes to your mind? When you hear the word Shah, who comes to your mind? When you hear the word Indira, who comes to your mind? Maybe two people now, Indira Gandhi and Indira Nui. So the point is how they become so popular. Because same name, many people have the same name. Shah Rukh, Salman, Amitabh. Yes, isn't it? So Lata, for example, you know, or maybe Teresa. When you hear these words, who comes to your mind? So imagine their whole life, they ensure that they, whatever the activity that they are doing, they are aligned with the meaning and essence of their name. That's how they became popular. So you also have that opportunity for yourself. And tonight, what we are talking about is now MBA. So now you can come up with your own full form of MBA. So what's your full form of MBA?
Pinaki, I've posted in the chat when you had
Hmm.
asked this question. Like one thing that popped in my
Mind, body
yeah,
aligned. Wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, good. Good, good. See, this definition will keep on changing. But the what is important is that what is coming to your mind right now, that is most important. In fact, that is extremely important. So I would request each one of you to come up with your own full form of MBA. If MBA is all about good life, what would be the full form of MBA? I would request each one of you to write it down, at least in the chat box. Whatever is coming to your mind, just write it down. Don't worry whether it is right or wrong, or it makes sense or not. Whatever is coming to your mind right now, whatever you're writing right now, is whatever being given to you from your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind already created something when it was asked that, okay, you write something about MBA, which has nothing to do with the MBA degree, but to do with good health. So if it has to do with good health, because we are talking about good health, right? Because unless you maintain this body at its peak performance level, that will become a liability rather than an asset. So what could be MBA? So every time you hear MBA, how you can relate to that word MBA so that it motivates, inspires, and encourages you. Just think about it and write it down. And then we are going to have a wonderful session on this. Mind, belief in action. Okay. See, when you're writing, you also feel that is it giving you that feeling of good health? Is it giving you that feeling of energy, high energy levels? Is it giving you that feeling of a wonderful lifestyle? Must be active and fit. Okay. Okay, what else? Think. You have to ensure that you relate to it such that you feel encouraged, motivated, and inspired every time you think of MBA. Okay, meanwhile, let's do our photo session. Can everybody come on camera for a minute? Now, this is called break state in NLP. So when you apply break state in NLP, subconscious gets some opportunity to work on the thoughts that you left it with. So let your subconscious work and let's do this photo session. Yeah, Pallavi, quickly come on camera. And you know what we have to do, right? You check how you look on the screen, then you need to look at the camera. You should not look at the screen after that. You look at the camera and keep your eyes wide open, and we'll count 1, 2, 3, and we'll count 1, 2, 3 together. We'll freeze at 3 for a few seconds, and I will take the screenshot. Okay. So here we go. Look at the camera. Richa, you are not looking at the camera. Yeah, now you're looking at the camera. Perfect. So look at the camera, keep your eyes wide open, and I'll count. We will count 1, 2, 3 together. We'll freeze at 3. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely awesome. Cool. So let's come back to our assignment. It's 8:28. Let's take 2 more minutes. MBA should be something that every time you think about it, it encourages, inspires, and motivates you. Mindfully become an athlete. Okay, good, Pranavi. What else is coming to your mind? What else? You may be telling yourself also, quite it could be possible that I'm confused. I'm not able to find the right word. I really do not know whether this makes sense or not. So don't allow those thoughts to creep in. Only focus on MBA. 3 words starting with M, B, and A, such that you feel encouraged, motivated, and inspired every time you think of MBA. Okay, so 2 minutes gone. Good. So let me share my thoughts. So before I come to that thought, I would request you to visualize this. Okay. Visualize this, that in your city, you are standing in front of the biggest pharmacy store, the medicine store where medicines are being sold. Okay. So you are standing in front of the biggest pharmacy store. Just visualize. So whatever biggest pharmacy store you have seen with your eyes till date, imagine that you are standing in front of it. Actually visualize. And now you visualize yourself that you are getting inside that shop. Actually visualize yourself getting inside that shop. Stand at the center of the shop. Stand at the center of that shop and then look around. Look around in all the shelves. What do you see in all the shelves? Medicines and medicines everywhere. Some of you may be seeing hundreds of medicines, some of you may be seeing thousands, some of maybe 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, thousands and thousands of medicines. Isn't it? Maybe you don't require any of them till now, but they're still there. Why they're there? So these medicines are all the chemicals, or maybe they're copy of the chemicals, the clone of the chemicals that your body is already producing whenever it is required and in the quantity is required, and wherever it is to be delivered, it is being delivered by your body. Imagine what God has sent you with. God has sent you with the world's most sophisticated vehicle and world's most sophisticated pharmacy. So all those tens and thousands of medicines that you are seeing around you, your body is capable of producing all of them. That's why you don't need any of them. So when your body fails to produce any of them at the desired quantity, then and only then you require those medicines. Just to boost up the body, just to boost up the system, to create or recreate those medicines in the same quantities as it is needed. And once that restoration process is there, you don't need to continue with that medicine anymore. The body is again producing the medicines in the same quantity as it is required, the desired quantity. And it is also delivering it to that part of the body where it is supposed to be delivered. Okay, Richard. So now you got this essence, right? So what God has given you, what you are being gifted when you were sent on this earth, you have been gifted with world's best pharmacy. And naturally it becomes your and our responsibility, like each one of you, it becomes your responsibility to ensure that the pharmacy is in fully working condition. So imagine you have got something which is really amazing. It is an asset for you, and it's your responsibility to ensure that it remains amazing and an amazing asset for you for the rest of your lifetime. So for me, MBA is my body is amazing. Isn't it? And think, when you think about this, my body is amazing. And when you start feeling about that, what is happening inside your body? You are expressing gratitude at its infinite level. You don't even need to say, I'm grateful, God, grateful to you, God, for this. You just need to say, my body is amazing. Like when you give a gift to somebody and that little child or that person tells you, wow, it's an amazing gift. How do you feel? Even if they don't say thank you, how do you feel? Exactly that's how God feels. Every time when you say that my body is amazing, that is exactly the vibration you generate. It's a very high vibration frequency. Exceptionally, it's a very high frequency vibration. It's an exceptionally high frequency vibration. In fact, with this one vibration, you can make all your diseases disappear. You know what is disease? Dis plus is equal to disease. So disease means that I am not at ease. So my body is not at ease. As a result, my thoughts are also not at ease. My emotions are also not at ease. So naturally, I am not at ease. Now imagine if your body is at ease. You are free from dis-ease. You only need to dislocate this from dis-ease, and you can generate the same state of easiness inside your body. And your body is amazing. Once you instruct your body to get into that dis-ease state, it knows what to do. It's a well-trained over the years since you were born. You know why these chronic diseases happen? Not because of the body, but because of our brain, because of our thoughts. Our thoughts produce things. You know, that was mentioned in Rhonda Byrne's The Secret Book. Your thoughts produce the things you have in your life. So when you produce the thought, my body is amazing, imagine what is happening. You're expressing gratitude to every cell of your body. You know, every cell of your body is a living machine. They're bouncing with life. Even if they go through a setback state, the moment you say, my body is amazing, you stop producing all stress hormones, including cortisols and adrenaline, and you start producing all good hormones called dose hormones, all the happy hormones. They're all being secreted from here, from the pituitary gland. Dose, dopamine, endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, DOSE. You have to ensure at any given point of time that only those hormones should flow throughout your body. If you ensure that, you will never have in a disease state or in an uneasy state for the rest of your lifetime. Even when you are in an uneasy state, you only need to focus to ensure that only the good hormones flow throughout your body. And one of the best ways to do that is telling yourself, MBA, my body is amazing. You know, in neuro-linguistic programming, there's something called uh, perception is projection and vice versa. So what does that mean? That means whatever you perceive, that's what you articulate. You use your words to express that. And whatever you express, that is the message goes in the universe. So there is another supporting statement in NLP. This is called beliefs of NLP. And this supporting belief is mind and body are part of the same system. So psychology controls physiology and physiology controls psychology. So psychology is all about thoughts, which is controlling your body. And physiology is all about body, which is controlling your thoughts. So when you're saying my body is amazing, imagine what you are doing. You're passing on all those vibrations which your body needs to boost up at that point of time. Just one 3-word mantra is good enough to maintain a superb healthy body. Even you can reduce weight by using this one mantra. You say this mantra, you start feeling this mantra, you add full emotion to this mantra, and you see what happens. You don't need to work hard to reduce your weight. It will start happening automatically. automatically it will happen. You don't need to struggle for that. You don't need to go through any discomfort state. You don't need to do anything difficult, any difficult activity to reduce your weight. आप करके देखो. Many a times we become victims of our age. People think that once they cross 40, they are moving towards their old age. In fact, from a childhood, we are being tuned to this word called old. We say 6 year old, 5 year old, 18 years old. क्यों भाई ओल्ड क्यों बोलने की जरूरत है? यंग बोलो ना, कोई परेशानी है? बोलो 41 year young, 32 year young, 68 year young. In fact, what is your age? What does age signify? अगर हम साइंटिफिकली देखें, if you look at scientifically, the truth about age is you have traveled around the sun so many times on your journey on this earth, because when after you came to on this earth, the earth traveled around the sun so many times. That's it. It's just a number. There's nothing to do with your body. Had you been on Mercury, it would have been 3 times more. Had you been on Mars, it would have been 2 times less. That's age is a number. It's just the number of times the earth rotated around the sun after you came on this earth. That's it, isn't it? When you think in those terms, you will defy age. आपको एज नजर आएगा ही नहीं, किसी का नहीं नजर, खुद का तो आएगा ही नहीं, किसी का भी नहीं आएगा. Most of the diseases that we have are all invitations. We invited them by telling ourselves that I am becoming older.
आगे हो जाओ, आगे हो जाओ मित्रों एक बार.
Okay, so this is the opportunity you have. So my body is amazing. So that's my way of looking at it. So with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself now? You know, when you are in this silence, what happens? You are going through the state of transformation. Transformation हो रहा है. You cannot go back to your previous life. Whoever, wherever you were 5 minutes ago, you cannot go back there. आपके लिए अभी possible है ही नहीं. Because now age is something different for you. Your body is something different for you. You have a complete new way of looking at life right now. That is what is called transformation. And that's what I promise in all my sessions. Every session, it will be a transformation. You cannot go back to your previous state. चाह के भी आप अपने past को future में रख नहीं पाएंगे. As far as that particular concept is concerned. Okay, so you can unmute and share that with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself?
Yeah, hi Pinaki, I feel more confident on what I think about myself, about doing things. I feel more motivated, and uh, my fears go away, and my confidence goes up, and I feel more enlightened and positive, and uh, like finding it more effortless to do things. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Manish. Yeah, Pallavi, Pranavi.
Yeah, Pinaki, what I felt was within just a jiff of a moment, I can just feel thankful to God with this just a shortcut that is MBA. So it's giving me, just I mean, just few seconds is enough to work on this for a greater work. I mean, to be fit or whatever. It's just one simple line is enough. So it's a very shortcut, I thought. So it's I'm feeling very happy for sharing this shortcut tip for fitness, Pinaki. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Pallavi.
Thank you, Pinaki sir. This is very wonderful information that you have given, and yeah, I too believe ki our body is a self healer, and it has ability.
My
My
body is a
body is
self.
a self healer, and it has ability to cure most of the found. And matlab, if we are if we are
If
practicing,
I am,
if I'm practicing intermittent fasting means 16 days. If it says ki if 16 days for 16 hours fasting you do, then it go into healing mode. So yeah, and that was very wonderful awareness you brought to this session. I loved it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
now wherever you see this word MBA,
My body is amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much.
जब भी MBA नजर आएगा कहीं पे भी, you will be experiencing that MBA. Good. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and otherwise, you can just close this session right away. Anybody? Last few words. Be proactive. So, what do you experience when you are saying that my body is amazing? What is your experience? What are you experience every time you're saying it? So, right now, when you're saying it, my body is amazing. What are you experiencing?
Very
What are you
positive.
feeling about yourself?
While saying my body is amazing, I'm expressing very positive vibe. A new energies is following and it's I'm feeling like wow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
What I do when I say this? I actually dance in front of the mirror and I see myself that how I'm looking. Yeah, Manish. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no. Like when I say my body is amazing, I feel fully confident, and my all my doubts go away, and I start feeling that like everything is as natural as breathing. Whatever I do on a daily basis, it should happen like uh, as natural as breathing, like effortless.
Like,
So
how are you
everything,
exactly feeling right now? How are you feeling exactly right now when you're saying my body is amazing?
I'm feeling fully confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how our fly on the wall can identify that you are feeling confident? क्या करने से somebody a fly on the wall can confirm that hey, Manish is very confident. He is feeling confident.
Fly on the wall means.
So there's a fly on the wall, and the fly on
Hmm.
the wall is seeing you. Then how the fly on the wall will know that when Manish is saying that my body is amazing, he's actually feeling confident.
Okay. So it's just like like everything, how you walk, how you talk, and how you dress,
How
how you
I
behave.
walk, how I talk. It's all about me, myself, me, myself.
Yeah. If I'm feeling if for no reason I'm smiling, then the fly can see that he's very confident.
Yeah. So are you doing exactly right now? Are you doing that right now?
Yeah, 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 sure, yeah. Why
This
not?
is what I'm talking about. Like it's like this. Yeah. My body is amazing. Just see. This is what I'm talking about. It's exactly the feeling that you're having right now. That matters. Otherwise, it will just remain theory. Yeah,
No, but I
Pranavi?
feel,
Yeah.
yeah, what I mean to say that, I don't have to, I feel that, if I'm feeling something very fully inside, I feel that I don't have to, do very sharp moves to, prove myself, just like that. It should be as natural as breathing, right? When you breathe, you're not showing much emotion on your body or on your face, like it is as natural as it is, right? So same thing is for my with my confidence and how I look at things. Like earlier, before hearing this, I was like, you have little skepticism on something, but the more you do these affirmations,
Manish,
I
it's
feel
all about I.
yeah,
It's all about I. Know you.
yeah.
It's all about I.
Nothing looks overwhelming. Overwhelming is a past thing now. So that's how I feel.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Pranavi. So how are you feeling right now as you are saying that my body is amazing?
I mean, to be very honest, it may sound a little weird to you, but then I was feeling very happy, and I was feeling very thankful to my parents, my ancestors, and all grannies and all, because I'm with those all those DNAs and all. I'm totally gifted by God and totally blessed. So yeah, it's really a blissful feeling.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm ending the session with a wonderful poem. छोटा सा 4 लाइन का poem है. You might have heard it. If you haven't heard it, I got it from one of my mentors. His name is he's famous as BSR, Coach BSR. Okay, so he doesn't know that he's my mentor, but he's my mentor. Okay, so there's a wonderful 4 line poem. It's in Hindi. Starts with मैं सर्वशक्तिमान हूँ, मैं ईश्वर का संतान हूँ, मैं ऋषियों का वंश हूँ, मैं परमात्मा का अंश हूँ. Beautiful 4 lines poem. You must watch this recording and remember this poem. कि मैं अगर ये सब हूं तो मैं क्या हूं. मैं सर्वशक्तिमान हूं, मैं ईश्वर का संतान हूं, मैं ऋषियों का वंश हूं, मैं परमात्मा का अंश हूं. That's why my body is amazing. Because I'm all this, that's why my body is amazing. All right? Stay in this vibration. Go to bed tonight with this powerful vibration and stay in this vibration for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, it's going to be completely transformative, not only for yourself, but for many people whom you are in touch with. You can give this gift to all of them. And imagine if everybody around you is bubbling with energy, what kind of lifestyle, what will be the quality of your own life? You be the cause of that change, of the transformation, and see what happens. Okay? Good night and see you next
Thank you. Good
Tuesday.
night. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.